Pubco Studios in Oklahoma City. This is a Hudiburg Fantasy Football Update. We're brought to you by Hudiburg. You can go to Hudiburg.com and buy your next new car during the NFL games. Mike, let's start with the starts. Who you got to start this week?
Well, RG3 has definitely been playing a lot better lately. They're losing games, but it's not because of the offense, it's because of the defense. Him and his wide receivers are all good plays. Nick Foles, I guess we got to start believing. 7 touchdowns 1 week, 3 more last week. They get a good matchup this week. I guess you got to go with him. It depends on who your other quarterback is. And then Zach Stacy, the running back for the Rams. We've been telling you about that with Bradford out. He's starting to be their go-to guy. They're playing decent considering what they've lost. Those are 3 guys to me that are somewhat bubbles. To some people, to me, you start all 3.
All right, what about the Kaepernick list? Our sit list. He obviously, Colin Kaepernick on the list.
Yes, and I'm hoping you listened last week. He did not play well. No touchdowns, only 2 points, and an interception. They're just not throwing the ball. They believing in their defense, grinding the ball out. That's why you sit him, not because he lacks talents, but right now he's not worth. There's a lot of first-round picks on this list now, Jenny, and part of that is I took him in the first round. I've been waiting for him to have good games, but at some point you got to just realize they're not the player you thought they were. Ray Rice, Matty Ice on the Falcons right now, injury-riddled team. I mean, the last 3 games, 3 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, only 1 TD a week. Guys like that, Ray Rice, I mean, he's getting 20, 30 yards a game. Just not the same guy you always knew. Until they prove otherwise, there's guys like him and then C.J. Spiller and even Trent Richardson. They went and traded for him last week, 5 carries, 2 yards. Yeah. This is a first-round pick, but he's just not playing like it right now, so you got to sit him.
All right, what about some ripple effect guys, some tough calls that are out there?
Well, you got Jordy Nelson. I mean, as long as Aaron Rodgers is out, Jordy Nelson, you could maybe still play, but because Aaron Rodgers isn't throwing him the ball, that's a tough call every week. And then Lamar Miller now, I mean, the incognito thing. He doesn't play a fantasy position, but guess what? Him and his teammate next to him, both off the team. Their offensive line is in shambles. You saw Monday night's game. They're having a hard time moving the ball. Lamar Miller suffers as a result of that.
Okay, lastly, a little advice as the playoffs near. Traders Village.
Trade, trade, trade. If you have playoffs in your league, you definitely need to look down the road and see somebody you think may come out of it, a Roddy White, a Larry Fitzgerald, somebody else may be disappointed in, and you go get them knowing that they may be finally getting healthy, they may be getting better. Go make a trade before the playoffs, or even if you're trying to make a run late in your season in your league. A lot of times the owner gets frustrated. And you just go out and you trade for him because he's eventually going to come out. Their track records are too good.
All right, thanks, Mike. Sure to stay with the best coverage team anywhere at newsok.com and every day in the Oklahoman.